The government owes you money. Not might owe you. Not possibly. Right now, today, there is a very real chance that HMRC is sitting on a tax rebate with your name on it. And the only reason they haven't paid it back is because you haven't asked. We're not talking about a few quid either. The average tax rebate in the UK is over £800. Some people claim back thousands. And here's the part that makes me genuinely angry on your behalf. HMRC will never contact you to tell you that you've overpaid. They'll sit on that money quietly for years and wait for the clock to run out. Because here's the thing, you only have 4 years from the end of the tax year to make a claim. After that, the money is gone. HMRC keeps it. So if you've been employed in the UK any time in the last 4 years, worked multiple jobs, changed careers, been on an emergency tax code, worked from home, or had work expenses that your employer never reimbursed, this video could put hundreds or even thousands of pounds back in your pocket. And you can do all of it online in under 20 minutes, completely free. No accountant needed, no complicated forms. I'm going to walk you through every single step right now. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is dedicated to one thing, helping everyday people in the UK keep more of their own money, make smarter financial decisions, and stop letting the system quietly work against them. Today's video is one of the most practically useful things I've put out, because unlike investing, which pays off over years and decades, this could literally put money back into your bank account within the next few weeks. Here's exactly what we're covering today: what a tax rebate actually is, and why so many people are owed one, the 8 most common reasons you might have overpaid tax, how to check whether HMRC owes you money, the exact step-by-step process to make your claim online, and the mistakes that could delay or reduce your rebate. If you find this useful, and I think you will, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It makes a real difference to this channel and helps more people in the UK find content like this. Right, let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. What is a tax rebate and how does overpaying even happen? In the UK, most people who are employed pay their income tax through something called pay, which stands for pay as you earn. Your employer deducts tax from your wages every month before you even see it, and sends it straight to HMRC. Now, in an ideal world, the system would always calculate exactly the right amount of tax and deduct precisely that. But the real world is messier than that, and payee gets it wrong more often than most people realize. A tax rebate, also called a tax refund or tax repayment, is simply what happens when you've paid more tax than you legally owed, and HMRC pays the difference back to you. This happens for all sorts of reasons. You might have started a new job midway through the tax year and been put on an emergency tax code. You might have worked multiple jobs at the same time and been taxed incorrectly on your second income. You might have had a period of unemployment where you stopped earning but still got taxed as if you'd earned that lower salary for the full year. Or you might have incurred work-related expenses that you were entitled to claim back, like a uniform, specialist tools, mileage, or working from home, but never made a claim. In every one of these cases, you've overpaid tax, and HMRC owes you money back. The question is, do you know how to get it? Let's go through the 8 most common reasons why people in the UK are owed a tax rebate, because I want you to watch this list and tick off every single one that applies to you. Number 1, emergency tax code. When you start a new job and your employer doesn't have your previous tax information in time, HMRC sometimes puts you on an emergency tax code, either 1257LW1 or M1. This often means you get taxed at a much higher rate than you should be. Huge numbers of new starters in the UK overpay tax for exactly this reason. Number 2, multiple jobs. If you've ever worked 2 jobs at the same time, there's a very good chance you were overtaxed on your second income. HMRC sometimes applies the full tax-free personal allowance to your first job and taxes everything from your second job at the basic rate, even if your combined income didn't push you into a higher bracket. Number 3, working from home. If your employer required you to work from home and didn't reimburse your extra household costs, you can claim tax relief on those expenses. HMRC has a flat rate allowance for this, and millions of people who worked from home during and after the pandemic have never claimed it. Number 4, work uniform or specialist clothing. If you wear a uniform or specialist protective clothing for work and you wash it yourself, you can claim tax relief on laundry costs. Even a flat rate claim adds up over 4 years. Number 5, work tools and equipment. Tradespeople, engineers, hairdressers, and many other workers who buy their own tools or equipment for work can claim tax relief on those purchases. Number 6, professional subscriptions and memberships. If you pay for a professional membership or subscription that is relevant to your job and your employer doesn't reimburse you, you can claim tax relief on the cost. HMRC has a list of approved professional organizations. Number 7, stopped working or had lower income. If you earned significantly less in a tax year than your employer expected because you left your job, had extended sick leave, or took unpaid leave, you may have had too much tax deducted. Your total annual tax should be based on what you actually earned, not what your employer assumed you'd earn. Number 8, pension contributions and gift aid donations. If you make pension contributions or donate to charity through gift aid, you may be entitled to higher rate tax relief that isn't automatically applied, particularly if you're a higher rate taxpayer. Right, so now you've got a sense of whether any of those categories apply to you. Let's talk about how to actually check. Step 1. Set up or log into your personal tax account on the HMRC website. Go to gov.uk and search for Personal Tax Account. You'll log in using your Government Gateway user ID. If you don't have one, you can create it in a few minutes using your national insurance number and a form of ID. Once you're logged in, your personal tax account gives you a full overview of your tax history. The income HMRC has recorded for you, the tax you've paid, and any coding notices or adjustments that have been applied. This is genuinely one of the most underused tools in the UK. Most people have never logged in, but everything HMRC knows about your tax is sitting right there, and if there's a discrepancy between what you paid and what you should have paid, it will show up here. Step 2. Check your tax code. Your tax code appears on your payslip, your P60, and in your personal tax account. The most common standard tax code for 2024 to 2025 is 1257L, which means you have a personal allowance of £12,570 before you pay any income tax. If your tax code is anything different, especially if it has a W1 or M1 at the end, or if it's just a number without a letter, there's a real chance you've been taxed incorrectly. Step 3. Review your P60 and P11D. Your P60 is the document your employer gives you at the end of every tax year showing your total earnings and the total tax you paid. Your P11D covers any benefits in kind, things like a company car or private medical insurance provided by your employer. Check these figures against what you'd expect to have paid based on your income. Okay, this is the part you've been waiting for. Let's walk through exactly how to make your claim. If you're employed and pay tax through Pay, the process for most standard rebates is actually straightforward, and you can do it entirely online through your personal tax account. Step 1. Log into your HMRC personal tax account at gov.uk/personal tax account. Step 2. Select the relevant tax year. You can claim back overpaid tax going back 4 full tax years. So right now, in the 2024 to 2025 tax year, you can claim back as far as the 2020 to 2021 tax year. Any older than that and the claim is no longer valid. The money is gone. Step 3. If your rebate is related to employment expenses, things like working from home, uniforms, tools, or professional subscriptions, you'll claim using Form P87. This is available directly through your personal tax account online, or you can download it from the HMRC website. You'll fill in your details, your employer's details, and the specific expenses you're claiming. Step 4. If your rebate relates to overpaid income tax more broadly, for example, due to an incorrect tax code or multiple jobs, you can use the Check Income Tax service within your personal tax account. HMRC will review your records and either automatically issue a refund or ask you to provide additional information. Step 5. If you're self-employed or have additional income sources outside of pay, you'll need to submit a self-assessment tax return. This is a more detailed process, but if you've been self-employed at any point in the last 4 years and haven't submitted a return, there may be significant overpaid tax sitting there unclaimed. Step 6. Once your claim is processed, HMRC will typically pay your rebate directly into your bank account within a few weeks. In some cases, it can take longer, but you can track the progress of your claim through your personal tax account. Before you go and make your claim, I want to flag 5 mistakes that could cost you money or slow the whole process down, because I see these come up again and again. Mistake 1. Using a claims management company. You've probably seen adverts for companies that offer to claim your tax refund for you. What they don't shout about is that they take a commission, sometimes 30–40% or even more of your rebate. The HMRC process is free. Do it yourself through gov.uk and keep every penny. Mistake 2. Missing the 4-year deadline. This is the big one. The deadline to claim is 4 years from the end of the tax year you're claiming for. Miss it, and the money is gone permanently. So if you think you might be owed money going back to 2020 to 2021, you need to act now. Don't put it off. Mistake 3. Not claiming for every eligible year. A lot of people make a claim for 1 year and forget that the same expense, a work uniform, a professional subscription, working from home, applies to every year they incurred it. Make sure you're claiming for all eligible tax years at the same time. Mistake 4. Providing incorrect bank details. HMRC will send your rebate directly to the bank account you provide. Double-check your sort code and account number before you submit. An error here can cause serious delays. Mistake 5. Not keeping records. If HMRC queries your claim, you'll need to be able to back it up. Keep receipts, payslips, P60s, and any documentation related to the expenses you're claiming. You don't need to send these up front, but you should have them ready. Let me give you a few real-world examples of what people are actually claiming, because I think seeing the numbers makes this feel a lot more real. A nurse who washes their own uniform at home can claim a flat-rate deduction of £125 per year. Over 4 years, that's £500 in deductions, which at the basic rate of 20% means £100 back in cash. Not life-changing, but it's money that's rightfully yours. A construction worker who buys their own tools can claim back the cost of those tools as a tax deduction. Over 4 years of buying equipment, that could add up to a rebate of several £100s. Someone who worked from home for 2 full years and claimed the HMRC flat rate allowance of £6 per week would be entitled to around £125 in tax back. Again, automatically, no receipts required for the flat rate. And then there's the bigger claims. Someone who was put on an emergency tax code for 6 months at the start of a new job might have overpaid £600, £800, or even over £1,000 in income tax, money that HMRC simply holds until you ask for it back. The average tax rebate across all types of claims in the UK is over £800. But the range is enormous, from a few dozen pounds for a simple uniform claim to several £1,000s for someone who's been on the wrong tax code for multiple years. The only way to know what you're owed is to check, and now you know exactly how to do that. So there you have it, everything you need to know to check whether HMRC owes you money and exactly how to claim it back. To recap, millions of people in the UK have overpaid tax and never claimed it back. HMRC will not tell you. The money sits there quietly until you ask, or until the 4-year deadline passes and it's gone forever. All you need to do is log into your personal tax account at gov.uk, check your tax history and tax code, and submit your claim using the P87 form or the Check Income Tax Service. It's free. It takes less than 20 minutes, and it could put hundreds or even thousands of pounds back in your bank account. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up right now. It genuinely helps more people in the UK find this content. Drop a comment below and tell me, are you going to check your personal tax account today? Or have you already claimed a rebate before? How much did you get back? I'd love to hear from you. Tomorrow we're talking about how to budget your money properly in the UK. A simple system that actually works, even if you've tried and failed at budgeting before. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.